In this video, we'll go through all the times James O'Brien has embarrassed Trump supporters. Let's not waste any time and get straight into it.
On Trump, and I know you want to talk about, he's the only politician that actually does what he said when he did in his campaign.
What's he done that he said he was going to do?
Well, he said he was going to build a border.
Has he built a wall?
He hasn't built it yet.
Right, so what's he done that he said he was going to do?
He's bringing in protective things to protect the American steel industry.
He's doing what?
He's trying to bring in
the tariffs.
Tariffs and
yeah, you've seen that Harley Davidson is moving production out of America as a result of the tariff battle.
Yes, I saw that in today's paper.
Did he say that was going to happen in the election?
No, he didn't.
Right, so it's the wall that hasn't been built yet, and the tariffs that are seeing American manufacturers move out of America.
I'm not a fan of Trump.
Don't come on and tell me he's the only politician that delivers in his what he said he was going to deliver in his campaign. Did he say anything about becoming the world's child catcher in chief? Can you remember him saying that during the campaign?
This idea that Trump is the only politician that says it how it is means nothing if what he says is utter nonsense. Now we go to a very angry Trump supporter, which is just total carnage.
No, I do not.
Well, he is going to change that legislation.
If he stops it...
Well, you cross about. You're agreeing with me. I said he was, and you want him to.
Yes, but you said it in a manner that as if you objected to it. No, also...
Well, that's because I think women should decide what happens to their bodies, not you.
But it's not their bodies, it's someone else's body.
All right, okay. Well, let's disagree on that then. You carry on with other reasons to be cheerful.
You talked about inner rage. Yes, I am filled with rage.
I know.
But I am not filled with rage for the reasons you think. For the past 8 years, I have been filled with rage because of this demonic, despotic, satanic dynasty that is the Obamas and the Clintons, who have utterly destroyed the American family. The proper conservative...
I have to warn you, Donny, just in the interest of openness, a lot of people now will be, in fact, I could probably read you a couple, they'll be claiming that we deliberately filter our calls to put on people who sound a bit mad, and we deliberately don't let anyone on who can make a cogent argument, and it's all very carefully filtered. I just want to clarify, A, that is not the case here, and B, I'm quite insulted on your behalf.
I don't care. Well, this is the first time I've ever called you, and I waited about an hour, but I don't mind. Yeah.
Demonic, despotic dynasty, the Obamas and the Clintons.
The corrupt Clintons, Hillary Clinton has never produced a thing in her life. A family who has made billions from Saudi money, money from the media, whereas Trump at least has earned his money, at least he produces something. Everything that can come from Trump can only be good. The Clintons, the Obamas have obliterated the American ethic entirely.
How did they do that? How did they do that?
Okay, then,
and also, while you're at it, why are Obama's approval ratings 57% at the moment?
I don't care. That's young people.
Okay.
Do you know something, James?
A few things. Not as much as you, though, Donny.
James, listen, I wouldn't give young people the vote. They're too stupid to vote. That's it. You don't have any wisdom about you until you're in your 30s, almost 40, for this generation. Young people should not be given the vote. You know, I'll tell you what to do.
Yes?
Go and look at some footage of a rapper called JC and Beyonce just recently. They spewed the most hateful filth I have ever heard on stage. And guess what? Hillary Clinton came on amid great cheers. This is the woman that you would have as president. A woman who embraces rap stars who are the very antithesis of everything that is right in the family. And you would rather she was president. And you dare to call Donald Trump the Antichrist. Whatever he is...
Hey? I think you're the one using the religious imagery, but if you want to talk about family values, how do you feel about Donald Trump saying that he'd probably date his own daughter if he wasn't her father?
That is tongue-in-cheek remarks. That means nothing. I don't care what he did.
But rappers preach the gospel from the stage. When Donald Trump says that he'd date his own daughter if they weren't related, that's tongue-in-cheek.
Rappers didn't say that. Rappers... I'll tell you what, go and watch
I've really enjoyed listening to you, and I think you should probably go and have a little lie down now.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a lie down, and I'll rest the sleep. I'll rest the sleep of the innocent.
Yes, you have the sleep of the innocent. Are you being tongue-in-cheek now, or is that a real person?
Someone proper is in power now. Someone good, someone right is in power now. The nightmare has ended.
There you go. That's better, isn't it? It's not till January. You do not... Oh, no, I shouldn't tell him that, should I? You know it's not until January. The despotic, demonic dynasty is still there until January.
Yes, and I will enjoy this honeymoon period while it lasts.
Good. God bless, Donny.
I can't even attempt to dissect that. I wonder what he thinks of Trump now. He was maybe one of the more unhinged callers I've ever seen call into LBC. Now, for a caller who completely falls apart at the most simple question.
I think it's racist what he said to the four ladies in Congress there, in any way, shape or form. They're all Americans, and he's just pointing out that their disruptive activities, I mean, they're hardline socialists, mate. They're left-wing extremists, and they're trying to change American politics from within. And he's just pointing that out.
And what's he trying to do when he took over from Barack Obama? Was he trying to carry on doing politics exactly the same as Obama did, or was he trying to change it from within?
Well, Obama didn't successfully change it from within, so it's
not a trick question. Did Donald Trump seek to carry on conducting politics in America in a fashion identical to his predecessor, or did he seek to change it from within by becoming president?
I know it's not a trick question, and I'll say exactly what I just said again. Obama didn't change American society like he wanted to, so Donald Trump is re-establishing American capitalism.
Pardon?
You heard.
Donald Trump is re-establishing American capitalism. 51 months of consecutive growth, all of which began with Obama.
No, Obama's taking credit for growth. That's absolute hogwash, and you know it.
Stuart, can you count?
Mate, you are in sympathy with these ladies in Congress. They're trying to transform the country
Stuart, you're on
into
the
a socialist
radio.
country. Don't interrupt me, mate. Don't interrupt me. You are on the side of these women because you would favour socialist society, a left-wing society as well.
Go on, mate. I'm not interrupting you. I'm waiting for you to say something sensible.
No, you just can't come back with anything. Mate, you're in sympathy with these women, and
Name them. Name them.
Media.
Name them.
Well, AOC, for a start.
What does that stand for?
Alexandria Occasional Cortex.
No. So you know all about their politics, you don't even know their names, and you're on national radio having your pants pulled down.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Omar, Presley.
Mate, you've got your phone out. You've got your phone out now.
Yes,
you come on national radio, claiming that you know everything about their policy. So, which policy do you think most demonstrates their socialist tendencies, Stuart?
High taxes beyond all belief, and ploughing that money into public services.
Mate, you can't have high taxes under socialism because everybody earns the same. So let's try again. Which policy do you think best espouses their socialist tendencies?
No, everyone earns the same after the socialist template's successful, which means destroying the middle class.
So they don't want socialism, then they want high taxes for high earners.
Are you telling me those women don't want socialism in America?
Stuart, I'm telling you, you don't even know their names. Stuart, you don't even know their names. Did you just say? Did you just say fifth column?
I knew you'd ask me.
Yes, but you looked it up on your phone. Stop interrupting. Yeah, sorry, Stuart. Carry on.
Right, I knew you'd ask me their names because you couldn't come back with anything, so I looked on the screen on my phone, yes.
Why didn't you know their names before you rang in?
Because I just looked them up and researched them, mate, and I know exactly what...
Why didn't you know their names before you rang in, if you know everything about their politics? Why do you think... Theoretically, why do you think you might not know their names, but you know what they stand for politically?
Mate, I got their names up on the webpage.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I
knew you were going to ask me their names because you couldn't come back with a valid argument.
I already have. I've asked you to name one socialist policy that they support.
High tax.
That's not socialism.
It is socialism.
Okay, Stuart. What do you think socialism means?
Socialism is an ideology. You subscribe to it. Doesn't work,
what does it mean?
It's never been proved to work.
What does it mean, Stuart? For the record, I'm not a socialist, but tell me.
Look, mate, I'm in support of Donald Trump.
Yeah, I know you are.
Comments are,
and you like the racism, but what do you think? What do you think socialism means?
Look, you're not going to Wikipedia me out of this argument, mate.
I don't need to. I know what it means. Tell me what you think it means. I didn't say the word. You did. What does it mean?
It means collapse. And you know it. And you subscribe to it.
Go on.
And it will never work.
Socialism means collapse. You know it. Socialism means collapse. Yes. Do you want to say something? Do you want to expand on that, Stuart, at all?
Well, the socialist policies, mate, have never been proved to work.
So name a socialist policy, Stuart. We're back round the other side of the circle now. You can't define what it means, and you can't name a single socialist policy. What are you so angry about?
Well, I'm trying to actually speak, mate. You just constantly interrupting me and getting me to name things, right?
Yes, like a socialist policy or the meaning of socialism.
So this is what happens, you see.
I know.
A left-wing media commentator will not let someone speak when their opinion is against theirs.
What does socialism mean? You can't have an opinion about socialism if you don't know what it means. So what does it mean?
To me, personally?
No, you silly sausage. To everybody, not to you personally.
Right. Socialism is an ideology. It's a political system, and it does not work.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Look, James, I phoned in support of Donald Trump.
I know.
His comments aren't racist. Those women are...
What does socialism mean? Stuart, what does socialism mean?
So this is what happens, you see. You get someone into a dead end. Socialism, I don't know the Wikipedia... You know, you're trying to get me Wikipedia me to death here.
No, just any meaning at all, Stuart. I didn't mention the word. It's 12 o'clock. I've been doing this topic for an hour. No one said socialism except you. What does it mean?
No, everyone that's phoned in has more or less been in support of the 4th columners there in America.
What does socialism mean, Stuart?
Right, to all your listeners, okay, as they are listening and nodding their head, the ones that are supporting what I'm saying is, socialism is a template that the 4 ladies in Congress are trying to bring into America. It doesn't work.
Stuart doesn't know what it means. Stuart hasn't got a clue what it... Stuart's on national radio condemning socialism and revealing he doesn't know what it means.
Okay, it's high taxes, it's healthcare for all that doesn't work or bankrupt the country. It is attacking big business. It's an incestuous relationship between big business and government.
Sweetheart. Listen, next time...
Patronising, you see.
Of course I'm patronising you. You're a clown. You're on national radio condemning socialism and you've been asked...
You're a clown.
No, you're a clown. No, you're a clown.
And you're just as bad as those women in Congress.
And you're just as... And my dad's bigger than your dad.
If you're going to go on the radio and criticise socialist policies, you might want to do your research on what those policies are and what socialism actually is. Let me know who you think the worst caller was, and I'll catch you in the next one.